Hi everyone, welcome to class. We are focusing on our back today, so strength and flexibility. So let's get started. At the back of your mat, we're going to take an active child's pose. So toes touching, knees as wide as your mat, and then walk your hands forward, nice straight arms, lower your chest down to your mat, and then place your forehead down. Take a few big inhalations and a few nice long exhalations. Centering yourself and blocking out any of the outside distractions. So really bring your awareness to your mat, to your space. On your next inhale, lift your head up and start walking your arms over to your left side, feeling a side body stretch on the right. A few breaths here. And then walk your arms over to the right side. And then come back to center. And then start to walk your hands towards your body. And then come into the middle of your mat, knees together, feet together. We're going to take our arms behind us. We're going to clasp our fingers, palms touching, straighten our arms and open our chest and look up. You can place your knuckles on your feet. Point is to really open your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, tilt your head slightly back. After a few breaths, start to lower down, taking your chest onto your thighs, forehead onto your mat if you can, with straight arms up and forward. Really opening up your shoulders. And on your next inhale, come up. And again, opening up your chest, take your gaze up to the ceiling. And then lean forward again. And then on your next inhale, slowly come back up. I'm going to turn my back to you so you can see what's going on. So take a cross-legged seat, nice straight elongated back. Raise your right arm up, bend in the elbow, and then reach for your fingers with your left hand. If you can't make a connection, you can use a sock or a towel. Shoulders away from your ears. Take a few breaths here. And slowly release. Shake your arms out. And again, left arm goes up. Bend the elbow. Try to catch your fingers. Make the connection. Again, left shoulder away from left ear. Nice straight spine, sitting tall. And release. Shake it out. We're going to take our left arm across, nice straight arm. The top of your right hand on the outside of your, left hand on the outside of your right leg. And then we're going to look behind us. So little spinal twist. And then release, other side. So the back of the right hand on the left knee, actively pushing, looking over your left shoulder. And release. We can do this a few more times just to wake up our backs. Again, you're actively pushing the hand, the arm that's connected to your knee so that you could twist a little further as you look over your shoulder. And last one. Okay. Now we're going to come onto all fours for a little cat-cow, starting with cow. So take a big inhale in, drop your belly, send your tailbone up to the sky and look up. Open your chest. Exhale, push away from your mat as you round your spine, chin to chest. Again, inhale, drop your belly, look up, open your chest. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest, push away from your mat. One more. Inhale, look up, and exhale, chin to chest. Great. Now we're going to take our right arm forward, left leg back, find your balance, and then connect your elbow to your knee 3 times. So 3, 2, 1, and then hold. Bend your left leg, reach around, push the top of your left foot into your right hand, slight back bend for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Left arm, right leg. Find your balance. Core strength. Here we go. Tap 1, 2, 3. Hold. Bend your right leg. Push that right foot into the palm of your left hand for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. We're going to tuck our toes and send our hips back for downward facing dog. Pedal your feet by lifting your heels one at a time. And then we're going to hold. We're going to take our right hand to left ankle, slight twist, look underneath your left armpit for 3, 2, 1. Release your right hand back, left hand to right ankle, look under your right armpit for 3, 2, and 1. Release. And slowly walk your hands to meet your feet and hang here like a rag doll. Slight bend in your knees, no tension in your shoulders, no tension in your neck. Grab onto opposite elbows, sway from side to side. I love these forward folds for releasing the back. It feels so good. And then release your arms and then curl up vertebrae by vertebrae. Last thing to come up is your head. Take a few shoulder rolls, and then we're going to turn the other way so that we are facing the top of our mat. And we're going to start with a little warm-up. So feet hip distance apart. Big inhale in, arms reach up to the sky, slight back bend. Exhale, fold forward, forehead to knee. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step back, lower all the way down. And with our forearms on our mat, we're going to come up for Sphinx. So always release your butt cheeks so you're using the strength of your back to lift you. Even if you take your forearms away, you should still stay in the same position. And then slowly release, push back into downward facing dog. Lift your heels up and walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Hands touch. And then palms to heart center. Again. Inhale in, reach your arms up to the sky, slight back bend. Exhale, fold forward, forehead to knee. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step back into plank. Lower all the way down. This time, come up into cobra. So your arms are straight, chest is open. Look up, relax your butt cheeks, and release. Come back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your heels, and then walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, oops, lost one of my earbuds. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Last time. Inhale, reach your arms up, slight back bend. Exhale, fold forward, forehead to knee. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step back. This time we're going to take our upward facing dog. So just the tops of your feet on the mat with your palms, straight legs, open the chest, push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your heels, start walking towards the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, rise up. Hands to heart center. Great. Now, we're going to take a big step back with our left foot. So we're going to come into a high lunge. So find your balance, square your hips, knee over ankle. Raise your arms up and then take them into a cactus. And then slight back bend for 3, 2, 1. Raise your arms up to the sky. Reach them forward and down. Place your left hand next to your right foot. Sink lower down into this lunge. And then raise your right arm up and back for a slight twist. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back down. Take a high plank. And then send your left foot in between your hands. Come up for your high lunge. Cactus your arms. Lean back, slight back bend for 3, 2, 1. Raise your arms up, forward, all the way down. Right hand next to left foot on the inside. Sink a bit lower. Twist, send your left arm up to the sky for 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Come back into your high plank. Send your hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. On your next inhale, lift your heels and start to ground your back. So you're nice and curved. You're pushing away from your mat. And come into a high plank. And then take your right foot into your chest and push away. Nice arch in your spine. For 3, 2, 1. Release. Send your hips back into your downward facing dog. And then again, come up onto your toes. Curl your back. Come into a high plank. Keep pushing away. Keep rounding your spine. And then bring your left knee to your chest. Keep curling. Keep lifting. Knee to nose. And release. Send your hips back to downward facing dog. Now we're going to come back down to our knees, and we're going to take thread the needle. So again, shoulders over wrists, knees hip distance apart. Inhale, right arm up, gaze follows. Exhale, thread underneath your left arm, right shoulder, right side of your head on the mat. You're pushing away with the tops of your nails. So push the ground away as you reach your left arm up and back. So you're reaching up and back with your left as you push into the ground with your right. And release. Come back to neutral. Shake it out a bit. Inhale, left arm goes up, gaze follows. Thread it under your right. So this time, your left shoulder, left side of your face is on your mat, and you're pushing away with your nails on your left hand as you reach your right arm up, nice and straight, and behind you. Take a few breaths here. And slowly release. Now we're going to come into puppy pose. So take a few steps back to the back of your mat. Now we're going to start in a tabletop. And you're going to send your tailbone up to the sky so your belly drops. And then you're going to walk your hands forward. So if you're already feeling it here, you can stay here. If you'd like a little more, start to lower down so your forearms are touching, your elbows are touching. Again, stay here. This is enough. This is quite an intense shoulder opener. And then if you can, drop your belly a little bit more. Start inching your hands forward as you place your chin onto the mat. Again, stay wherever feels right in your body. If you'd like to continue, keep reaching your arms forward as you place your chin and your chest on the mat. Now if you're here, try and close your eyes. And imagine you're just releasing tension in your shoulders, so try to be as relaxed as you can. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back up and use the strength of your hands and your arms to come back into your tabletop position. And we're just going to sway from side to side, forward and back. Just releasing our muscles. That feels so good. And we're going to lower down onto our stomachs. So this is the part where we do our back strengthening. So first we're going to start. I like to do these drills where we start with our arms quite far and we work our way in. So as you come in, your back flexibility increases. So let's start maybe 4 inches away from the top corners of our mat. So taking your hands wider than your mat, forehead on the floor. Inhale, push up, look up. This is Cobra, straight arms. And then lower down. This time, bring your hands closer in, maybe an inch or 2. Inhale, curl yourself up, peel yourself up from your mat. Straight arms, relax your glutes, open your chest, look up, feel an increase in back bend. And then slowly release back down. Forehead onto mat. Bring your arms in a little bit closer. Inhale, peel up from your mat, straight arms. Relax your glutes, relax your legs. The strength of your arms pushing away from the mat. Open your chest, look up. And then slowly release back down. So actually this next part is the strengthening. So we're going to take our hands, clasp our fingers behind our head, and in 3, 2, 1, we're going to lift up with just our back strength. So relax your glutes. No elbows like this. Keep your elbows nice and open. And then slowly release. Take a few breaths here. And then we're going to take our arms out in front of us. Nice straight arms in 3, 2, 1. Just your upper body lifts. Arms are straight. You're looking up. And 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. You can rest on the right side of your cheek. We're only here for a few breaths. And then we're coming back to center. Now this time, our legs are going to lift off with our arms. 3, 2, 1, lift off. So straight legs, straight arms, point your toes, thighs are off the mat, shoulders away from your ears. Keep reaching up, 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 and release back down. This time you can rest on the left side of your cheek. Take a few breaths here. And then come back to center. We're going to do the same again, then we're going to add some movement into our arms and legs. So set yourself up, forehead on your mat, arms straight, legs straight. 3, 2, 1, lift up. And then just move up and down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Right cheek on your mat. All right, we're back. Forehead on your mat. This time we're going to take bow pose. So bend your knees, grab on to your ankles or the tops of your feet. And then in 3, 2, 1, lift up. Keep pressing into your hands. Keep opening your chest. Keep looking up, kicking up for 3, 2, 1. Slowly release back down. Take a few breaths here. We're going to take bow again. I forgot to mention to keep your knees hip distance apart when you do this. We tend to always want to take our knees outside of our hips. So again, set yourself up. Bend your legs, grab onto the tops of your feet or your ankles. And 3, 2, 1, lift up, kick up. Keep pushing your hands, your feet into your hands. Open your chest. And slowly release. Move your hips from side to side. And we're going to come back into a quick child's pose. So again, I always like the active child's pose. Taking your knees wide, your arms out in front, forehead on your mat. Take a few breaths here, then we're going to take camel. Your next inhale, lift your head up, walk your hands to meet your body, and come to the center of your mat with your knees hip distance apart. First, we're going to start with level 1. So hips facing the top of your mat, knees hip distance apart, feet hip distance apart, fingertips pointing up, place them on the lower back, so right by your sacrum. And inhale, open your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together, look up as you push your hips forward, look up and back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release, come back up. Take a quick child's pose. This time you can take child's pose of your choice. We're only here for a few breaths. All right, we're back. Set yourself back up for camel. Again, fingertips pointing up. Inhale. Send your hips forward. Look up and then reach for your ankles this time. Slowly, mindfully. And look back as you send your hips forward, opening up your chest, creating a capital D shape. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place your hands back on your lower back. Slowly come back up. And then again, take a quick child's pose of your choice. Inhale to come up. Now we're going to come into a tall seated position. Arms out in front. We're going to curl our back and slowly lower down. Ever so slowly with control. Use your core. And then once you touch your back to your mat, slowly curl back up. So chin to chest. Slowly with control. Come back up, nice straight back. Let's do that again. So lower back first. And middle back. Slow with control. One at a time. Take a deep breath in. And then chin to chest. Peel yourself up. Ever so slowly. Back up to where you started. Now scoot yourself back a little bit. And take a forward fold. So inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, fold forward. Nice straight back. Maybe grabbing onto your toes, your feet, your ankles, your calves. Just lower down. Feeling a nice stretch in your hamstrings, your back. Keep focusing on your breath. And send your breath to wherever your body may need it. So any areas where you might be feeling tight, just use your breath. On your next inhale, lift your head up. Come back up to a seated position. Again, we're going to curl down. Nice and slow. Then we're going to come into a bridge pose. I'm going to get rid of my ponytail. So shoulders on the mat, All your back is on the mat. Bend your knees so your fingertips are just touching the backs of your heels. Take a deep breath in and then lift your hips, sending them up to the ceiling. So keep your knees hip distance apart. Don't open them outside of your hips. Chin to chest as you keep lifting your hips up. Option is to clasp your fingers together, palms touching. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, and you can use the strength of your arms to help you lift up even more, creating a nice U shape, an upside down U. And then slowly release down. Take a happy baby just to release your back, grabbing onto the outside edges of your feet. Your whole entire back is on the mat, so we're not lifted like this. Nice and flat. Drawing our knees towards our armpits, using the strength of our hands, our arms, maybe sway from side to side. And then release back down. So you can take a bridge pose again, or if you'd like to try wheel, or if you have a wheel practice, we'll get set up for that. So again, always keep your knees in line with your hips, your feet and your knees are facing the top of your mat. Place your hands next to your ears, fingertips pointing towards your feet. And then lift up, sending your hips up to the sky. Shoulders come off, using the strength of your arms to push away from your mat. Relax your glutes. Keep pressing and lengthening, creating that upside down U shape. And then when you're ready to come down, slowly with control. And you can grab on to the outside edges of your feet for happy baby with straight legs if you wish. Now we're going to bring our knees into our chest, uncrossed, so don't cross your ankles. Keep your ankles together, give yourself a big hug. And then lift your head so that your nose touches your knees. Nice stretch in your neck and your upper back. And then release down. Next, we're going to take a side twist. So let's take our knees slowly over to the left. We can cactus our arms. So you can stay here if you'd like a little more. You can lift your top leg up, guiding your knee to touch the floor and look over your right shoulder. Always try to keep both shoulders on your mat. Just breathe here, taking a few breaths, enjoying this nice twist. And then on your next inhalation, bring your knees back up to the center. And then take them onto the right side. Again, if you'd like a little more, you can bring your top leg up and use your right arm to guide it down towards the floor. And take your gaze over towards your left side. And then on your next inhalation, bring your legs back up. Take one last big hug. Lift your shoulders off the mat. Try to kiss your knees. And release back down. And then we're going to roll up, just massaging our back. So do 3 or 4 like that. And then come up standing. And find a nice seat in the middle of your mat, nice straight back. To close out the session, we're going to take 3 big deep inhales in and exhale through our mouth each time. So big inhale in and exhale out. Again, big inhale in, put your arms up to the sky, palms touching, hands to heart center. Last time. Big inhale in and bring it down. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope your back feels stronger with a little more flexibility. And if you found anything difficult, just keep practicing and be patient, be kind to your body. And we'll see you again soon. Thank you.